Hello everyone, I'm Samantha Kang and I'm a physiotherapist at Happyland Psychology and Therapy Center. Today I would like to share the 4 tips to improve your child's scissor skill. Okay, before I enter into my topic, I would like to briefly introduce myself. I'm Samantha Kang. I'm a physiotherapist and HOD at Happyland, and I have a bachelor's degree in physiotherapy from AMU. Currently, I've been working with the special needs children for 6 years now, and I've noticed that parents tend to put importance in their child's writing skill. However, they tend to neglect their child's scissor skill. Thus, today, I would like to share with you the benefits of the scissor skill and the scissor skill age development in children, as well as the 4 tips to improve the child's scissor skill, which is finding the right scissors, and then the material used, scissors grasp, and lastly, hand strength. Firstly, I'll be talking about the benefits of scissor skill. When we are doing cutting activity, we actually need to coordinate our hand movement with our visual input. Thus, it can help us to improve our eye-hand coordination. And when we are cutting, we are using both of our hands in a coordinated manner. Thus, it can help to improve the bilateral coordination. So it helps to enhance the child's ability to use both sides of their body effectively. And then third, it can help to improve the fine motor skill of a child, as when we are operating the scissors, we actually use the muscles or train the muscles in our hands. So it can help to strengthen the muscles in our hand, as well as improve the dexterity and then the control, the hand control, which is very important when when the child is doing their daily task. Okay, next is it can help to enhance the creativity, where the child has the space to express their creativity by maybe making unique designs or patterns, and also to help to stimulate the cognitive growth by encouraging them to plan their cuts, and then as well making decision on how they're going to approach the task. Okay, and next is can help to improve their spatial awareness, because as we are cutting along the lines, it actually requires to understand the spatial relationship, like from one object to another or the line. So this can help to improve the child's spatial awareness. And lastly, it can help to improve the attention, as we know that when we are doing cutting activity, we need to pay full attention in order to really cut along the line. So this can actually help to improve the child's attention. Next, I'll be talking about the scissor skill age development in children. So at the age of 2, the child will start to show interest in scissors. So they will start picking up the scissors and they'll start to learn to open and close the scissors like this. So they may not hold the scissors correctly. So around the age of 2, it is advised that parents can introduce scissors to the children. And by 2.5 years to 3 years old, the child will start to snipping papers, but they are not moving forward. Okay, so that means they will be in static and they just like open and close, but able to snip materials. Okay, then by 3 years old, child able to begin to cut the line or cut forward. So this is also the stage where the child will start using the free hand to help to hold the paper. Okay. Next is when they approach the age of 3.5 to 4.5 years old, the child is able to cut along the line, but not exactly on the line. They are slightly deviated from the line maybe around 0.6 centimeters. So this is common, and they are starting to cut along curves as well and circles. And then by the age of 4.5 to 5, the child is able to cut squares and simple figures. And as they approach 6 years old, the child is able to cut complex shapes that includes curve and straight lines. So when they are at the age of 6, the scissor skill should be fully developed. Next, I'll be talking about the 4 tips to improve your child's scissor skill. Okay, so for the first tips is choosing the right scissors. So before we enter into the cutting, we need to choose the right scissors for our child. Okay, so first we need to consider is the size. So let's say if your child hand is small, we cannot be giving them such a big scissors like this on the right side. So you need to consider how big is your child's hand and the size of the scissors, the handle where they place their finger inside. So it cannot be overly too big or it cannot be too small. Okay, and so that the child can efficiently operate the scissors if the size of the scissors is right. Okay, next is we need to consider the types of scissors. There are many types of scissors in the market now. So for the beginners, I would suggest you can start with the starter scissors. This scissors is actually very blunt. There's not sharp. So this is where these scissors you can be used to introduce your child's with scissors at the age of 2. You can introduce these scissors where they can start to open, close the scissors. This is very safe. Next is the loop scissors. This is when you want to train the child to start operating scissors, but in the pinch and release manner. So you can try to use the loop scissors as when you pinch it down, it will push back up. So it doesn't use much effort for the child, as you want to train the child to start pinching and release first instead of open and close, because opening will be more difficult compared to closing or pinching. Okay. So next is the twiggy scissors. Twiggy scissors is actually similar concept with the loop scissors, but it's more compact and easier to bring to school and pack in the pencil box. This can be found in the stationery shop. And then the next is the spring-loaded scissors. The spring-loaded scissors is similar to a regular scissors, but it has a spring in the middle here where it helps to assist your child when they start learning to open the scissors. When they start to open the scissors, yeah, the spring-loaded scissors actually can help your child to assist to learn to open the scissors, as they can cut. They learn to operate the scissors correctly, open and close like this. Okay, and lastly is our regular scissors lah. Okay, so when we are choosing the right scissors, we should choose a short blade scissors or a long blade scissors. So this one, we should choose a short blade scissors because short blade is actually much easier to operate compared to the long blade scissors, especially for the children when they are starting to learn to use the scissors. Okay, next is sharp edge scissors or blunt edge scissors. For safety wise, it is advised blunt edge scissors lah, because sharp edge scissors, maybe when they are getting older, they're able to operate very well the scissors. Sharp edge wouldn't be a problem, but for children, when they are learning stage, always choose the blunt edge scissors. Okay, next is circular handle or oval handle. This one have many what's that? Many argument like Oh, so sometimes they say circular is better, some say oval handle is better. But actually, oval handle is much easier to operate and to hold when the handle uh is the shape of like your finger, because for circular handle is very limited. Unless the child is already very good at operating, they are able to operate with just two fingers, the index and thumb, they can choose the circular handle. But let's say if the child is starting to learn to operate the scissors, I would advise you get the oval handle where they have more slots here at the bottom here, so that they can put in the middle finger, or maybe the ring finger and the pinky finger in, so that they are able to operate the scissors easily at the beginning stage. Next, I'll be talking about the second tips, which is material use. Here I'll be sharing what type of material that you can use for your child to train their scissor skill. Okay, so for the beginning or the beginners, you can give your child to cut or snip the Play-Doh, rolling it into a sausage like this, and getting them to cut with the scissors or the starter scissors. Even though they operate using two hands of the scissors, you can let them to snip the Play-Doh or cut it into small pieces. And you can also get them to roll the Play-Doh into flat and get them to cut it as well. As the Play-Doh is soft, so it's easier for the child to cut through the Play-Doh. Next is you can progress to straws. Straws is slightly solid, but also soft. So it's easy for child to train to cut it into small pieces. Then next, as you progress, you can try to use paper foam. Paper foam is a slightly thicker paper, but it's a little bit solid, but not hard to cut. So it's actually easier to cut, but it's a bit solid, so it's easy for your child to start to the hold the paper and cut. So this is starting to train them using both hands to start cutting the lines or shapes. Lastly, you can use the paper as the advanced stage, because paper is very soft. So if you start it with using a paper, it will be a bit difficult for the child to hold the paper and cut at the same time. So it's best you can cut it into a strip like this on the left side, cut into strips, and then draw some lines, some thick lines, and get your child to cut through it. And and you can slowly progress it into slightly thicker or wider paper, so that they can able to learn to manipulate the paper, how to turn it as they cut along like curvy lines or zigzag lines. Next, I'll be talking about the third tips, which is the scissors grasp. Okay, the following I'll be showing you four pictures, which is the four types of different scissors grasp. Okay, so I want you to see if you are able to identify which is the right scissors grasp. Okay, this is the first one. The first one where the thumb and is in one hole of the handle, and the index finger is in another. While the second one, the thumb is in one hole of the handle, and the index finger is stabilizing in front here, while the middle finger is in the handle. And then the third picture is the thumb in one handle, while the forefinger is inside the handle. And the last one is the thumb and the index and the middle finger. So do you know which is the right scissors grasp? Okay, I'll tell you, actually, there is no right scissors grasp. Okay, same like pencil grasp, there's no right grasp. The most important is that is it functional or not. Okay, let's say, for example, your child is using this number two, this number two picture, he's holding the scissors like this in this grass. But the child is able to operate the scissors well. He able to cut, let's say, the shapes and the materials according to their age group, and also able to cut it effectively, efficiently, and in the same manner, then it's all right, because that's the most important. The most important is that able to use the scissors, operate it effectively, efficiently, and safe. And also that they are able to cut the shapes that is according to their age group, shapes or lines according to the age. So it doesn't really matter that your child's scissors grasp is different than your own one, okay? Because every individual is having different scissors grasp. Even when we are using a different scissors, sometimes we are holding a different way. Sometimes when we are using bigger scissors, we tend to use the whole finger like this. So when we are using smaller scissors, we tend to use a different grasp. So as long as I said, the most important point is that they're able to cut age appropriate shapes, and then efficient, effective, and it's safe when they are operating the scissors. That is the best functional scissors grasp. If you want to start from the beginning, you can try to use this grasp on the third, where they are using the thumb, the index, and the middle finger. You can start guide the child to use this grasp first, because this is quite effective, because some childs, when they are using the thumb and index finger, is very difficult to operate. So they need the help of the middle finger to help to operate the scissors open and close, while the ring finger and the pinky finger will be closed like this to stabilize the hand. Okay. Lastly, I'll be talking about the last tips to improve your child's scissors skill, which is hand strength. Okay. Have you encountered your child having this awkward positioning when cutting? As you can see in this picture, the arms is too high. Same goes the second picture. Same goes to the third picture. Where else the fourth picture, the hand is in the pronated position. Have you encountered this kind of positioning when your child is operating the scissors? So this is the proper positioning when cutting. As you can see here, the arm is actually closer to the body, and then you notice the thumb here is actually we call it the thumbs up position. So this is the proper way of how you operate the scissors, which is your thumbs should be facing upwards and your other finger is down, not the other way around. This is wrong. This is the correct one, thumbs up position. So when you notice all those the awkward positioning just now that I showed you, what does it mean when your child is showing this kind of awkward positioning? It means that the child have not enough hand strength to operate the scissors. That means they do not have enough the strength to operate the scissors, so they compensate it through the movement of their arms. Okay. So the last tip I will be talking about to boost up their hand strength so that they are able to operate the scissors more efficiently. Okay, so first I will be showing 3 activities that you can do for your child at home to improve the hand strength. Okay, first is you can let your child to operate the hole puncher. This is the mini hole puncher, to practice the pinch and release movement so that they are able to operate the scissors, the similar pattern to operate the scissors, the pinch and release movement. So you can use the hole puncher, mini hole puncher, or the single hole puncher. And then you have a mini stapler, also have the similar function. Okay. And then second activity is clothing clip. This one is at home sure have this clothing clip one, especially when you're doing the laundry. Yeah. So you can do a lot of fun activity using the clothing clip. Can let the child to sort the clothing clip following the words and colors. And then this is sorting it following the colors. And third is you can sort it with numbers. That means the numbers and how many clothing clips you have to put. Okay, so this is some of the examples of activity you can do using the clothing clips. Third is rubber band. Rubber band, this one, you can use the rubber band to make shapes. Using two hands to make, like example, this is a triangle shape. The child trying to do the shapes, and then this is using one hand only to hold the shape. And then third is to pull the rubber band around the tissue roll. To summarize my sharing for today, mastering scissor skill is actually very important for a child because these skills benefits them not only in school tasks, but also helps them to navigate independently their daily activities. So let them practice and have fun together with them. Thank you. And if you have any question or have any doubts, feel free to contact us at this telephone number, or you can visit us at our Facebook pages. Thank you.